Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Old School Gunner. I hope you're all keeping very well out there and enjoying the absolutely fantastic weather, guys, that we're being blessed with at the moment. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the rumours coming out, guys, that Arsenal are favourites to sign Liverpool FC midfielder, the one, the only, Jordan Henderson. These rumours are abound at the moment, guys. I'm going to be discussing that in detail shortly. I'm just going to talk a little bit about that wonderful signing we made, guys. Of course, we have made 3 very good signings. But that wonderful signing we made, guys. Of course, I'm talking about Ben White from Brighton, guys. Wonderful central defender, guys. Great player. Let me just put this up here now. There you go. So, just talking a little bit about Ben White, guys. What a wonderful signing for the club. Absolutely inspirational. I'm really looking forward to him playing for the team. Of course, he's still on holidays, guys. When he comes back, he's going to be doing the medical, and the club will take it from there. Really happy about that. Wonderful player, guys. As you know, Gareth Southgate is a great fan of his. Called him up to the England squad, guys. And to be called up to the England squad like that is that's a real bonus, guys, a real compliment. Because this player, he's absolutely fantastic, guys. And to be called up to their squad, you have to be a player of a certain ability. So, a lot to look forward to there, guys. Ben White, absolutely fantastic signing, guys. Okay, guys, I'm just going to start with a little bit of news first. As you all know, Arsenal's tour of the United States, and of course, they're going to be playing in the Florida Cup, guys, in Orlando, the semi-final match against Inter Milan. That whole US tour has been cancelled now, guys, because several of the Arsenal players, they haven't named who, but Mikel Arteta has informed everyone that several of the Arsenal players have contracted COVID. So they're into quarantine, guys. They're going into self-isolation. Yeah. Is the pandemic going to be playing such a major role when the new season starts? I think it will, of course. I think it's inevitable that there's going to be problems because of the pandemic. But that is a really bad bit of news, guys, because, of course, the team are going to be doing acclimatization. They were going to be doing training there. They were going to have a training camp set up in Florida. We're going to be working on their fitness, a whole lot, in hotter temperatures, of course, than they would have back in England. So it's very unfortunate. Hopefully those players will be okay. They're in self-isolation. Of course, they have the best doctors, guys. They have this, they have that. No problem for them health-wise, of course. They're young and fit and they're strong. And they have the best doctors and they have the best care. But it's unfortunate now that they won't be going to the Florida Cup, guys, and playing that semi-final game against Inter Milan in Orlando. A lot of people were looking forward to that. Yeah, they're going to have to organise a couple more friendlies now coming up, guys, in the meantime. We have a friendly against Tottenham Hotspur, of course. We have a friendly against Chelsea. And then we have those first 3 Premier League games. Away to Brentford, home to Chelsea. And, of course, the really tough one, guys, away to the champions, Manchester City. So food for thought, guys. Yeah. Channel to plug, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, Old School Gunner. I'm a YouTuber, guys, with over 1,000 subs, guys. 1,100 if you want to be exact about it. Please sub to my channel, guys. Please like my videos. I appreciate it. I've started now doing my Old School Gunner fan cam. I've recorded 2 episodes so far. Episode 2 last night was when I actually had a guest, an Arsenal fan from the United States of America, Daniel Phillips. So check that out, guys, on my channel if you haven't. It was a very good conversation with him. He's a diehard like myself, and it was very interesting and a pleasure to have Daniel on the show. So there you go, guys. My Arsenal fan cam is underway. I'm going to be live streaming regularly with Arsenal fans. So what's going on, talking about the main topics and what's really concerned and the important facts for Arsenal fans. And that's it. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to crack straight on with the whole Jordan Henderson thing, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys. A bit of water first. Things will be going grand. Okay. Just have a little bit of water, guys, and we get on it. Over here in Venezuela, guys, it's absolutely roasting. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling too well because it was just so hot for me. I'm Irish, guys. Now the summer is really starting in Venezuela, so I need to be cool. I need to take it easy, drinking lots of water. So I've got a spring spot. Let me talk. At the moment, they're saying that it's actually not the players. I'm just listening, guys. It's actually not the players. It's actually the administrative players close to the club, not actors themselves, people close to them. So it's actually Arsenal representatives that have contracted COVID and not the players themselves. So just to repeat, guys, we're not going to the Florida Cup in the United States. This is called COVID. It's the representatives of the club that actually have been infected with it. So that's news just coming in, guys, that I just heard. Of course, it's a real blow to everybody, guys. That they won't be there. I was really looking forward to it. You know what I mean? For one, it was going to be a good test against Inter Milan. Of course, all that has gone by the wayside now, guys, fortunately. So we'll just have to see what's on. Like I said, it's a pity that that's not going to be going on, guys. I really hope the pandemic doesn't play a major role in the Arsenal's football season for everyone, because it's very, very tough. Yeah. The problem is with COVID, though, like in England, where Arsenal are based, they're not on top of it at all with the COVID situation, guys. Same here where I am in Venezuela, but in London, in England, they're not on top of it at all, guys. So it's a real pity. It was a surprise when we're thinking of going over to the United States, because of course that has been a major sticking point traveling between Europe and the US. But yeah, it's affected preparations for the new season for Arsenal. But I'm sure things will improve, guys. Moving on, we know we still need players. We have been linked today with Neto, the goalkeeper from Barcelona. Yeah, since the transfer window started, we have been actually linked with Neto. So we know players are looking to ship out to gain a bit of money. You know that Neto comes into that category. Interesting though. He's relatively cheap too, guys. And Arsenal, we know we need a goalkeeper. We need a reserve goalkeeper. We need a backup goalkeeper. And both of the friendlies we played recently with the goalkeeper we had, it wasn't really good for us, guys. We conceded 4 goals in those friendlies, 3 from set pieces, and all 4 goals were avoidable. So we're being linked to Neto from Barcelona. What about James Maddison, guys? Ever since we've been linked to the club, people are saying that personal terms have been agreed. They're saying he will be absolutely perfect for the Arsenal midfield role. It's going to be a very, very expensive deal to do. Let me just put a comment on there, guys. I have received a comment from one of the guys. I'm just going to put it up on the screen there, guys. Thomas Ceballos passed a comment. Very welcome to my show, Thomas. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Do I want Jordan Henderson? Me personally, he's a Liverpool player. He is a quality player. There's no doubt about that. But I'd rather pick James Maddison. I'm more of a fan of his, to be honest. Yeah, actually go for myself. What about you out there, guys? Would you like to get Jordan Henderson in the squad? Would you like Arsenal to sign him if these rumors are true? What about you yourself, Thomas? Would you like Jordan Henderson? Would you like the team to sign him? That's the thing, you know. But I would go for James Maddison myself, guys. We already have got Alfred Sambi Lokonga, the Belgian international, guys, the Belgian under-21. We signed him from Anderlecht, guys. Brilliant midfielder, strong as an ox, guys. He's like a bull. Great player. We're really looking forward to him playing for the club. He's a young guy, guys, but he's bags of ability. Head and shoulders above Xhaka, no doubt about it. Right, guys, let's get back into this. Yeah. Let me hit this off about James Maddison. you're going to get a player, you need to put big money down on the table, guys. If you want to get him money on the table, maybe a couple of players. It's been rumored that we could offer Reece as the deal and a lot of money to land James. Yeah, that would be one way of doing it, guys. I would. Okay, Thomas has another comment, guys. Can we put it up there on the screen? I think he can bring some quality to the team. Plus, he has great experience, especially with these young players we're looking to sign. I'd have to agree to that. He has winning mentality. He has bags of experience. I mean, he has so much experience. Premier League, Champions League. He was pivotal. He was a driving force. Squad, won the trophies. Fantastic player, no doubt about that. But also Madison is an option, guys. James Madison, like I said, we're being more linked with him, to be honest. But definitely, yeah, he's a very, very good player, you know. He's a very, very good player. Henderson is a really, really good player and a player that I've admired for a long time. And I'd be perfectly honest about that. Even if we weren't linked to him, even if these rumors weren't coming out about us being linked to him, he's a player that I've admired for a long, long time. I mean, what's not to admire? Wonderful, wonderful player. Bit in the Roy Keane mould, but not as nasty. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant player. Yeah, I would sign him up, yeah. But I also like Madison. I'm not going to lie about that. With the young players we have, definitely he could bring a lot to the team and he could show them the way. And it would be a real good learning curve for them. Yeah, positive stuff, guys. Positive news coming out of the Emirates. Interesting. We'll keep you posted on that. Right, let's crack on with it again. Thanks for your comments there, Thomas. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. I appreciate you tuning in. And let's keep it going, guys. Yeah, these kind of deals, like for Madison, they always depend on the club. Leicester City would need to accept it. But as maybe like Reece Nelson, with a lot of cash, I think it's going to be a really protracted deal. It's one of these until the transfer when put the money down on the table. That's all is won and lost. We already have 3 signings, guys. Good signs. I'm very happy. But like this deal maybe for us, if we give them be. Do they need Maitland Niles though? Do they need Reece Nelson? But if it goes through, I'm sure it'll be at the very end of the season. One of the suggestions being made, guys. Of course, I'm going to talk about the Italian striker, the European Championship winner, Manuel Locatelli. We know that is very difficult. Guys who might not be going through because Manuel Locatelli, he wants to Champions football, and he is going to move to stay in Italy, be with Juventus. So there you go. Wants to play. We can offer him any kind of European football this season, of course. And the season coming, guys, because of the disaster that was last season. So yeah, that's rather unfortunate because we need a good striker. We need a quality striker ASAP, as well as an attacking midfielder. That's how I see things, guys. How do you see things? It's unfortunate he's not going to be coming to the club. Of course, then you talk about the other player that might be going to an Italian club. Hopefully, the deal for Granit Xhaka will be done and dusted. We know the player Jose Mourinho and AS Roma. That would be a really, real positive thing for us, guys. 100%. Okay, going to crack on more. Like I said, Locatelli, he would prefer to go to Juventus, have that chance. He's in their Italian club. That's it. So, yeah. Supposedly, Juventus are offering 25 million to get Locatelli, guys, as well as another player that they have. Interesting stuff. Okay, I'm just going to comment again. Thomas Savanos has another comment, guys. I'm going to talk about that now. Absolutely no problem about that. I'm going to put this up on the screen first, guys. You can see what he's saying. There's no need to apologize about the continuous commenting. I like when people tune into my show. I like when people have questions and they ask things. So he's asking, guys, as you can see, what are your thoughts to our links towards Tammy Abraham? I don't think we should get that player. I don't think we should take that player. If it's club approach, I think it's a bad move. He is a player of certain quality, guys, but I would not be interested in Arsenal signing him. Even though the deal for Locatelli looks to have fallen through with him now favoring Juve and Chelsea football in the new season, I wouldn't be too interested in that player, to be honest, because I don't think he's got the necessary quality that Arsenal need. I think we need to get a player of a higher level, with all respects to him. We need a guy that's going to score plus 20 goals a season, guaranteed. That's what we're looking at, guys. We had that problem last season. We've had it for a few seasons now. Still, it hasn't been addressed by Mikel Arteta and the board. Why they haven't addressed this problem, guys, when it's staring them in the face what the problem is up front. Okay, they've stuck by Aubameyang and Lacazette, but the time has come now, guys, to make a change. We should offload Lacazette and get a new forward in. And also Aubameyang needs to bulk up, guys. If you saw him in the friendlies, he wasn't that good, guys. He missed a load of chances in the games against Rangers. A year and a half ago, guys, he would have been putting them in with his eyes closed. No, he's not at it, guys. So there you have it. Tammy Abraham, I wouldn't touch him, to be honest. We have enough Chelsea leftovers in our squad. We don't need another one. Simple as that. So I hope that answers that question. That answers your question, Thomas. No problem for the continuous commenting. Yeah, I'm always happy to get comments from fans, people tuning in. Fans of Arsenal, of course, not fans of me. But I'm always happy to have people tuning in, commenting. That's the name of the game, guys. So there you go. Thank you for that comment, Thomas. I hope that answered your question, my friend, and that you're enjoying the link, that you're enjoying my live stream. Just going to crack on again with it, guys. Yeah. Manuel Locatelli. Yeah. Like I said, it looks like he's going to go to Juve, guys. Yeah. It's now been confirmed twice from the CEO. We put 34 million in to get him. We put 34 million in solo to try to get Manuel Locatelli. It's like it's going to be a guy, like I said, he wants to go to Juventus and he wants Champions League football. So that's basically that. A player that I liked in the Euros, guys, was Patrick Schick, Republic. So maybe we could take a look at that player, see what he's about. He's a very almost won the Golden Boot, guys. He lost it on assists to Cristiano Ronaldo. He scored 5 goals in the tournament, guys. He's a very good player. I'm a big fan of his. Patrick Schick is a player I would like to see at the club. He's dynamite, guys. He's explosive in the forwards. He's a fantastic, fantastic player. I mean, guys, player like that. Will Arsenal try to hang and see can they get the Locatelli, or will they move for somebody else? I would move for somebody else, to be honest, at this point. Would that someone else that they're moving for be the midfielder, Jordan Henderson of Liverpool? Lots of rumours flying about Jordan Henderson from various media outlets saying that Arsenal are favourites to sign Henderson, the captain of Liverpool FC. Now, the reason why this is being talked about regarding Jordan Henderson is because with Liverpool over a new contract. A new contract. He's looking for a contract extension. He's got 2 years left on his current contract. He's still in talks with Liverpool. Those talks are not going too well at the moment, guys. He's heavily linked with a move away from Anfield. So, transfer value currently around £18 million. We know he's a very, very experienced player. The sort of player that if he came to Arsenal, he'd bring a lot of leadership qualities. And that is what is required in Arsenal right now. Something that is lacking in abundance. You speak to Liverpool fans, they'll say that, all right, maybe he's not the greatest player at Liverpool, but leader-wise, he is a talented player. Due to the very fact that it's just his leadership qualities that he brings to the Liverpool midfield, that he brings to that team, that experience, that is something, that if Arsenal sell Granit Xhaka, we would be missing in abundance. Jordan Henderson at midfield next to Lokonga. We need that experienced player in there. Definitely would be a good move for us. Arsenal are favourites to sign him. A lot of talk, a lot of speculation in the newspapers, in the media, across the to put two and two together, seeing Arsenal are looking for someone, Liverpool, the contract talks are not going well. Yeah, Arsenal are favourites. Maybe that's a bit of hearsay, guys. Maybe there's no concrete evidence in that. But yeah, stranger things have happened, guys. It could happen. What about you, Arsenal fans? How do you feel about it, guys? Would you be interested if Jordan Henderson came up for grabs? Would you support the club if they got that player? I like James Maddison, I'm not going to lie, but I wouldn't say no to him. I would not say no to Jordan Henderson. Now I'm going to go Tammy Abraham. There's a lot said about him, a lot said about that player, guys. Of course, he is the Chelsea striker, guys. Of course, we're being linked with another Chelsea player. We always seem to get the players that Chelsea don't need anymore. Second rate, leftovers. Yeah. So let's just get into that, guys, and see what the news is about that. Again, we're being linked to Tabby Abraham. Again, he's been linked to Arsenal. The talk on this one is that Chelsea might be willing to loan Abraham to Chelsea with an obligation to buy, meaning that we wouldn't have to stump up any money up front. It would be a loan move with an obligation to buy at the end of the season. The quotation of that player, £40 million. I don't think he's worth that, guys. 40 million for Abraham. I don't think he's worth that, guys. But a loan deal, obligation at the end of it to buy, we could see. If we move on Alexander Lacazette, maybe. But the rumours with him and Arsenal, Tammy Abraham, are not going away. He's continually been linked with Arsenal. Maybe on loan with an obligation to buy. There's a load of transfer rumours out there, guys. Yeah. Once again, unfortunately for all the Arsenal fans over there in the United States, Arsenal won't be travelling over, guys, because representatives, not players now, guys, representatives connected to the club have tested positive for COVID. So the Florida Cup, the trip to the United States, the trip to Florida, the game in Orlando, the semi-final of the Florida Cup against Inter Milan, so guys, put on ice because of the pandemic. How much do you think the pandemic is going to actually affect the new football season in England, the Premier League season? How much do you think it's going to affect that, guys? Yeah, it's a real sticking point for us, guys, a real talking point. It's not going to be the easiest time for us, guys. There's no doubt about that. Where do you think the club will finish, guys? Like, if you saw my live stream last night, if you saw my episode 2 of my Arsenal fan cam, my old school gunner fan cam, episode 2 last night, I had an American fan on, guys, Daniel Phillips. Of course, he was a bit disappointed that Arsenal won't be coming across the pond, traveling to the United States just before the new season starts. Of course, he was a bit disappointed with that, guys. But you have to see it this way. I mean, when COVID is involved, the necessary precautions and the necessary action has to be taken, because this pandemic is not going away in a hurry, guys. It's a very serious thing. It's a serious matter. Hopefully the team, the players, the coaching staff, those representatives, everybody will be fit and healthy come the new season, guys. Not just because of the football, but for themselves. Let's get back to talking about those transfers, guys. Of course, the 3 players we signed. Fantastic signing, guys. Nuno Tavares, the defender. We have Ben White, fantastic signing. Central defender from Brighton. Absolutely wonderful player, guys. Big fan of his. And then, of course, we have, last but not least, Alfred Sambi Lokonga, the midfielder that we signed from Anderlecht. He's Belgian under 21, guys. Now he's been called up to the Belgian senior squad. Real player, guys. Serious player. Check it out for yourselves. I want to talk a little bit about Ben White again, because, yeah, there you go, guys. I'll talk a little bit about Ben White again. So there you have it, guys. That's Ben White. That's him playing for Brighton, guys. Wonderful, wonderful midfield player, guys. A player we really badly needed. I was absolutely delighted when I heard the news, guys, that he was coming to the club. Absolutely over the moon, as I'm sure you were. In his position last season, check the Opta stats, guys. I was looking at the Opta stats. The player was number 1 in his position last season for tackles, for interceptions, for assists, and for creative passes forward. He was head and shoulders above the others, guys. Harry Maguire, John Stones, his stats were double theirs for actual creative passes forward. He doesn't just tackle guys, he doesn't just intercept, he plays the ball forward with speed, pace, and incision, guys. He's a very incisive player, can play a very good ball forward. He's fit, injury free, guys. Top signing. We pumped up 50 million for him, guys. First the club put down 43 million. Sorry, first the club put down 40 million, then 47 million. Then they got the player when they put up the 50 million that Brighton FC were actually looking for. It's a lot of money to pay for the guy, guys, but in today's game, I think it's necessary. If we can sell the likes of Granit Xhaka, Willian, Hector Bellerin, we get money for them. We can move them on, and we can have money there to get that attacking midfielder, that forward we need. We badly need a striker. But at least with the signing of Ben White, with the signing of Nuno Tavares, the defense is going to be looking much stable. I can see it being Nuno Tavares, right back. Centre backs will be Gabriel and, of course, this man Ben White. And on the other side, of course, we'll have the one and only Kieran Tierney. Then the defence is solid, guys. Then the defence is much improved, much better than what it was. The midfield, with Lokonga, looking better. But in the forwards, guys, and an attacking midfielder. We need an attacking midfielder and a forward. We need a forward of the highest quality, guys. We need a guy that's going to scare the defence of the other team. It's going to really put them under pressure. And to be honest, we haven't had that in years. We haven't had that since. Okay, Olivier Giroud was a very good forward for us, better than what we have now. But I'm talking about the likes of Robin van Persie, Didier Drogba, like I mentioned last night on my fan cam. Didier Drogba when he was at Chelsea, a player of that caliber, a kind of an even an Alexis Sanchez that plays in the hole between the two forwards. We've nobody like that, guys. A guy that used to pick the ball between the midfield and the strikers, and he used to just create havoc, guys. It's been a long time since we have a player even of that quality. Alexis at Arsenal. Way things out with him, guys. Obviously, I'm not a fan of his anymore. I wouldn't even mention him. He's Judas, in my opinion. Alexis Sanchez is nobody anymore. But when he was at Arsenal, guys, he was absolutely fantastic. The way he left the club, disgraceful circumstances. His treatment of the manager, well out of order. But as a player, he always did it for the Gunners, guys. He was very, very good. Guys. Going to talk a little bit now, guys, about Granit Xhaka. So there. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Slight technical difficulty here. I don't have anyone working in the studio for me, guys. It's just me, just the old school gunner. So, like I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about Granit Xhaka. He's expected to be in Rome next week with Jose Mourinho taking part in training with the team. A much anticipated move to AS Roma, guys, Jose Mourinho. I'm really looking forward to the player going, to be honest. I wish him all the best in the move. I wish Granit Xhaka all the best in the move. I'm absolutely delighted that he is leaving. I don't wish him any guys, but his performances for the club, shocking player, guys. Awful player. Consider Matteo Guendouzi go to Mars. And then, you know what I mean? The likes of Granit Xhaka those seasons, almost as bad as the whole Mesut Ozil situation, if you ask me. The money we were paying him, the performances were the worst. Thankfully, looks like Xhaka is finally going to be going to AS Roma, and we can offload that player. Absolutely excited, guys. Talk a little bit about that now. The close, expected to be training with them. So that's something positive for us guys. We can offload that, maybe get a little bit of cash for him. We'll see what's going on in the transfer market. It's like that, guys. It is what it is, Very, very positive news coming in. That moves close. Hopefully, Hector Bellerin, he will also be on his way out of the club, guys. In my opinion, he is surplus to requirements at the club and has been for a long, long time. So let's see what's going on, guys. There we go. So, the whole thing with Granit Xhaka is, luckily, whole saga, the deal would have probably been done sooner, guys, except that he was involved in the Euro with Switzerland. So the deal probably would have been completed much sooner than that, except that he was involved in the Euros with them. I hope you're all enjoying my show, guys. I hope you're enjoying my stream so far. So let's talk, guys, about Granit Xhaka. He's been at the club now for a couple of years, guys. His performances, to be honest, haven't been up to standard, haven't been up to scratch. Yeah, it's not been good stuff, guys. But luckily now, it looks like he's on his way out of the club. I'm sure a lot of you are very, very, very happy with that situation, guys, as I am. Yeah. The move is meant to be very close, guys. Xhaka to go to Roma. Hopefully that will be. Yeah. Let's say, guys, worst case scenario, Roma offer 18 mil. We don't accept it. Xhaka stays. We have another season outside the top 6. And then, of course, the season after, the offer is obviously going to be a bit less, maybe 15. Think about that, guys, how that would pan out. Let's take what we can get now for Xhaka and try to push forward as much as we can, as much as possible. We just need to get the ball in and move the player out of the club. We need 3 starting players into the club, players that will be starting in the first team, at least. As much as we've got 3 signings over the line, guys, we need starting players. It's still very far from enough. We need money. If it's 80 or 22 mil for Xhaka to go to Roma, just get it done, guys. If you're and you're trying to figure out your plans, what you want, go to the 2 donkeys, Stan, Josh. The ring we've had in the last 5 or 6 seasons, let's get this right. Regardless of what you think of this current regime that's there, if they can go to them and say, the money that they spent on guys like Mustafi, on Xhaka, when they could have got them for much less, they did play a lot on Lucas Perez until they go for 2 million a year later. Terrible business for the club. They did spend a lot of money, and they're probably going to be thinking, where's the return investment? But they spent in drips and drabs a lot of money. It wasn't in a bulk, but it was a lot of money. We spent more than in years gone by. We did a long-term investment. We're going for top 4, but then we didn't win anything. Is this the summer to end this very long question? Arteta and Edu, you're going to need to keep investing and accept losses. Maitland-Niles and Nketiah, you're going to have to accept that you're not going to get the kind of money that you're expecting for those players. Because Stan Kroenke is a capitalist. As I was talking, he's a businessman too. As I was talking last night to Daniel Phillips, the American Gooner, he was telling me about Stan Kroenke. 3 other teams in the United States, guys, not just an American football team. He has an ice hockey team and he has a baseball team in the US. Arsenal, just another little collection toy for him, guys. He's a capitalist. All he cares about at the end of the season is, at the end of the year, the fiscal year, as he's probably calling it, what profits does he have? How much money did he make? Simple as that, guys. He's not really interested in anything else regarding the club. So it's just profits for him, guys. It's just a business. He's a capitalist. He's a businessman in the United States. It doesn't go much further than that. The real Panama Rose, guys, when he took over, when he brought over He brought his son over to London, Josh Kroenke. That's when things really kind of got the situation disintegrated for us. It was a real disimprovement in the whole situation, then, guys, because if we got him over, there was no getting him out, and that's the way it's worked. With the two of them working like that in tandem, guys, father running the business. If we keep signing those players from guys like Conca, Tavares, and White, in a couple of years, they should say to Kroenke if they're talking to him, or tell Stan Kroenke, say, in a couple of years, the value of those players is going to be 2 or 3 times what it was, and you can get your money back. A player we buy, that's what's needed, guys. I've said many times, guys, I don't know what went on there for the end of last season, but they obviously know this is professional football. Just there, of course, should look on the field, see what's going on, what players do they need, and what positions have a short study before the end of the season, guys. As soon as the final whistle goes on the season, as soon as it's game, we can actually go and try to get what we need. Of course, we're not in European football, guys, and that's a problem because a lot of players like Manuel Lockery, he wants our things we don't have to now in the Champions League football, guys. We had a lot of seasons in a row. We had the fourth trophy as a transfer, making fun of us and calling. We had the Champions League, guys. We had 4 players. We were in the league every 50 million. So we also had the financial benefit of that. And players would come to the club because we were offering Champions League football. Manuel Lockery struck badly, not because of the lack of success. That was the football. But you see, success on a downward spiral. And I that sit aside and trust the process and this kind of audience that are trust the process. I do trust the process. What we're seeing is very, very negative. We have been on a downward for a lot of years now. If I'm to be honest, for 7 years since we last won the league title in 2004, guys. Since then, over the last 17 years, we have been on a sharp decline. And we see further away now, guys. Being Premier League, we mentioned that, guys, is almost laughable at this point. Premier League, we're